It's day 30 of the 30-day challenge. Did it. Everything's been great so far. I've been getting a lot of comments resonating with what I've been going through. Sounds like a lot of guys have similar stories. So hopefully what I've been sharing has been helping you guys kind of push through and find ways to maybe improve yourselves. I'm up to 577 subscribers, which is insane to me after 30 days. That's crazy. My goal was to get there with 1,000 subscribers within a year. So appreciate all the feedback and support. Day 30's video, I thought, since I've been talking about what my story is, what I struggled with as a kid, what I struggled with after divorce, I'll link those up in the top. Just kind of like dating's like in your 30s. And it's probably not the most positive messages. It's talking about a lot of what I did go through and things I did to improve after that. But today I just want to talk about positive things. Life is great. It's beautiful in Minneapolis. I have people that love me. So this video, I'm just going to go over positive things that have been happening to me since I got divorced, just to maybe show what your life could be like. So I got divorced in 2018 was the official date of the divorce. We separated in August of 2017. And after that, I struggled for a bit, was depressed, didn't really know what I was doing. And then after, a few months, I started taking action to improve myself. So some positive things that came about this immediately were that I left small town Wisconsin. I moved to Boston, Massachusetts. I got there for, I thought it was supposed to be warmer than Wisconsin. I moved there in January. I was thinking, it's on the ocean, it's gotta be somewhat warmer. Turned out to be the coldest New Year's in 100 years. But I still love the city. Stayed there for about 6 months, made some good friends, started practicing my social skills. Started feeling more confident with dating, but still wasn't the man I wanted to be. I was still kind of overweight. Still just trying to adjust to everything. I was just recently single, so no real experience with women. My dates were kind of awkward. But I could feel myself improving. I started working out, I started running. I started drinking green juices for the first time ever. Before I got to Boston, I was literally having Mountain Dew for breakfast and lunch, and probably dinner, probably 3 times a day, candy. Nothing healthy, pretty much ever. So once I got to Boston, I started to expand a little bit. Tried to start new foods. Tried green juice for the first time. Tried sushi. Tried just different things besides only pizza and burgers. So that was a great start. I ended up meeting a good friend of mine, Angus, and he told me about how he had a lot of friends in Las Vegas. And I kind of grew up in Las Vegas. I have family out there. So I decided, let's go for another adventure. Why not? I'm single. I've been single for 6 months now. There's really nothing holding me back. I have complete freedom. So we just decided to pack up, did a 3-day road trip to Vegas, moved out there kind of on a whim. And it ended up being another great experience for me. I met a lot of friends out there who were interested in business, meeting women, setting goals. I got exposed to parties and events like I've never been before. Growing up in small town Wisconsin, I'm not getting a lot of exposure to music festivals or DJ booths or tables or anything like that. So in Vegas is when I really started to realize just how capable of things I could, or what I was capable of. I was no longer stuck in this small town being just an average guy that, and in Wisconsin, I was not the popular kid. I was the average guy that no one really knew. So when I got to Vegas, I felt like I could redefine really who I was. No one knew me. There's no preconceived notions of who I am. And I just learned a lot. Lived in Vegas for about a year. I moved around a lot since then. I guess I'm not going to break down everywhere I've gone, but the main point of this positive message was that I was able to leave my small town. I was able to improve myself as a man, grow. I didn't have to be the same person anymore. I was able to be around attractive women that actually wanted to be, wanted to date me, wanted to be with me. And it really started changing my life around. Another positive is since I got divorced, I dropped 40 pounds. I'm in the best shape, maybe not of my life. I was pretty healthy in Mexico, but I What's up, guys? Fuck yeah. But yeah, I lost 40 pounds so far. When I was in Mexico, I was healthier because I wasn't around sugar, but I'm working on that now. But I'm healthier than I've ever been. I never worked out growing up. I never worked out when I was married. I feel great now. I've been sugar-free for 10 days, which is great. I actually feel way healthier. It's still a struggle because I do love pizza and McDonald's, but I do feel good, so I'm gonna keep doing that. Another positive today is, I don't know, it's just beautiful out. I get to live in a new city. I've lived in multiple cities in the US that have been fantastic. I've made friends everywhere. I learned about an event called Emo Bingo in Austin, Texas. If you've never heard of it and you're in Texas, check that out. It's my all-time favorite event. I tried to get it started here in Minneapolis. Still working on it, but it is what it sounds like. You'd love it. It's crazy that after divorce, I also became so much better with sex. I learned to open up to women. I learned to ask them what turns them on. I've read books, The Sex God Method, She Comes First, The Multi-Orgasmic Man. If you're looking to improve your sex life, I highly recommend those books. I didn't know how to communicate sex when I was married. I didn't know what turned women on. I never asked. I just assumed that I was doing a good job. I never heard complaints from my ex-wife, but since being divorced, you start to learn what turns women on. You become great in bed, and I think it builds just a better connection. Girls want to, they trust in you. They know that you're open to new experiences. You're not going to judge them on what turns them on. So that was very positive in my life as well. Since I got divorced, I also started reading more books in general. One book that really turned my life around was Rich Dad, Poor Dad. When I first got out of the military, I was probably 27, didn't really know what I was gonna do, but I knew if I went into software, I would for sure get a job. And so once I graduated college, I started doing software development, didn't like it, was not good at it, did not want to do it in my free time, always felt like a fraud. The people that I worked with all seemed to be really good at it, and I was just terrible. I just coasted, watched a lot of YouTube on there. I never felt like I was doing a good job, so it didn't give me confidence in any way. Probably actually hurt my confidence because I knew I was underachieving. But when I read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, it kind of put in my head that I'm wasting my time with the 9-to-5 anyways. I'm gonna make somebody else a bunch of money. I'm never gonna get to where I want. Even if I worked 100 hours a day, I'm never gonna get the kind of money that I would want. And I wasn't doing myself any favors by underachieving. I'm not gonna ever be good at software development because I'm not passionate about it. So I started my own business. That's going very well. Did some interviews today, trying to hire some people. But for the most part, it's going well, and I don't have to put in 40 hours a week to make a living. And now I'm making these videos because I love doing it. I love helping people out. I feel that I have a message that resonates with other people. I was originally wanting to do this 2 years ago when I made my first YouTube video. And because of low confidence, fear, being a perfectionist, I just never posted it. It's still in my phone. I'm sitting in the middle of a park with bugs flying all over me. Didn't know what I was doing, but I didn't take the time to learn it. I was just too afraid. So another positive is I'm starting to take better actions. I'm not living in the fear mistakes. I'm not just not trying because I'm afraid to do something. I'm willing to take the risk. I'm willing to learn stuff that I don't know so that I can improve and get better. And if I make mistakes, I'll learn along the way. I used to be terrified of not being perfect, which caused me to not talk to people, be very antisocial, working a job I didn't like for years and years and years. Yeah, so very grateful that I learned to, oh, there's a car coming. Very grateful that I started taking these risks. Another huge positive in my life since the divorce I've had a lot of wonderful relationships. They've all been kind of more short-term because of the lifestyle I've been living. Like I said, I've been moving around quite a bit from Vegas, Boston, Texas, Mexico, Minneapolis now, Barcelona. So I've been a lot of places, so it hasn't really given me the ability to have super long-term relationships, but because of the skills I've developed, because of the person I've become, I've been able to get much more connection with these relationships, these girls. And I truly feel like they know who I am. I'm not just pretending to be somebody so that they like me. When I met my wife, I didn't know who I was. I was just a kid. I knew I was shy and quiet. I didn't have any experience with girls. So I was trying very much to just probably be someone that I wasn't. I never could express myself. I wasn't open to feedback, so I was very emotionally insecure. I was never able to communicate at all. If she got angry at me or I got angry at her, I would just stop talking for a few days, and I'm surprised the relationship lasted as long as it did, honestly. That's not the kind of man I am today, not the kind of man I would want to be in a new relationship. So I'm grateful that I've had the opportunity to improve myself. Another positive in my life is that I feel much more masculine. I know what I want. I have boundaries now. I can lead. I know what I want from a relationship, what I want with women, and they appreciate that. They want a guy that can lead, tell them what we're gonna do for fun, what's the date gonna be. They don't wanna have to think about everything. That's one of the biggest feedbacks I've been getting from the girls that I've seen, is that they really appreciate that I take the lead, that they can trust that I can handle any situation that comes up, that they feel safe around me. I have to imagine my ex-wife didn't feel that way. I didn't know what I was doing. I wasn't leading. I would always ask, what do you want for dinner? Or what do you want to do? Or I don't know what to do. I was listening to The Way of the Superior Man last night when I was going to bed. And they talk about how when a woman asks, what do you think of this? Say, what do you think of these shoes? And you don't give an actual response. You just say, I don't know. It doesn't matter. They lose their trust in you because they want you to be able to make a decision and tell them what your thoughts are. You're not trying to please. You're not trying to hide anything. And I used to be that way. I think it's a nice guy tendency. Not quite sure, but I definitely wasn't a leader. And I feel like I am much more so now. And that's because of the stuff that I've been doing over the last 7 years. So divorce has been the best thing that's happened to me. I gave you several reasons why. This 30-day challenge has been great. I pushed myself to keep doing the videos. Some days I didn't want to. Some days it was raining out, but I still did it. I hope they've been helpful to you guys. I'm gonna keep working on new content. I'm not gonna stop just because it's the 30 days. I just wanna keep improving, growing. Hopefully it resonates with you guys. Let me know in the comments what your life's been like. What are you guys thankful for over the last, 30 days, 2 years? What changes have you made that have been a big influence on you, really helped you grow, and changed your life around? I see in the comments a lot of people had the same situation as me. They, in relationships that didn't work, or they felt trapped, or they got divorced, and that they're excuse me, that they're much better off than they ever used to be. So post in the comments what kind of changes you've made since then. Do you feel like you're a better man, a better person since these events? I'd love to hear that. I think that's all for today. I'm gonna go to the gym and the sauna now. That's another positive, is that I consistently work out. I'm not afraid to exercise. It's actually just a part of my lifestyle now. It makes me feel good. So I'll go do the gym and sauna. I'll post tomorrow, figure out what YouTube video I'm gonna do. And we'll see you next time.